everyone. Welcome to Pipes, Tobacco, and Whiskey. So today we got for you a pretty new product that's put out by Savinelli, and this is Savinelli's Jupiter.
Heck yeah.
So a little bit about this one. It actually is made by Cornell Diehl. It's blended by Cornell Diehl, sold under the Savinelli name. This is a Burley base. It's got Burley, Kentucky, and Virginia's in it. It also has some molasses and rum topping. It's a flake. It comes in 2-ounce tins. You can get it pretty much anywhere you shop online. And the strength of it is medium. Flavoring is rather mild. Taste is medium. So let's just jump right in on this one.
Right on.
Yeah, I can already tell that Ian is just loving this one because he's over there consuming lots of liquid. So, what do you guys think about the tin note on this one?
So the tin note's one of the reasons why I got it. We were listening to Country Squire Radio on the way out to the lease, and John David Cole was talking about the Savinelli God series and all this stuff, and he mentioned this one. The tin note was really kind of similar, he thought, to a Levi Garrett. I was like, well, hell, I used to chew tobacco. Let's try that out. And I tried it. I like it. I like the tin note a lot. You get an earthy kind of smell to it. A little bit of sweet comes through, almost like a raisiny smell. But that may be because I'm thinking of Levi Garrett because it's in my head. But what'd you think, Ian?
The tin note's good, actually. I like the tin note.
We'll get to the other part.
Yeah, it's a good break. Yeah, it kind of smells like Levi Garrett. It's really burley forward. I didn't expect it to smoke as like it did. It's good room note though.
What did you think of the tin note, Pop?
I agree with you on the earthiness of it. There is a little bit of a rum hint to it. I don't get much of the molasses, but I also get in here some of the fermented red Virginias, that dark, fruity, tangy kind of scent. Ever so slightly vinegar, a little bit of spice also in that one. But it's not real heavy. It's a pretty average strength of tin note on that. Yeah, it's not real heavy at all. What about the taste?
I like the taste. With the taste, what I'm getting out of it, I'm getting a little bit of the Virginias, not as much as I was hoping for, but still, they're still in there. There's a slightly kind of sweet topping, slightly maybe on there.
Maybe the molasses coming through.
It's definitely a no nonsense kind of smoke, though. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on, other than the little bit of the Virginias, but a little bit of spice from the Kentuckys, I think, as well.
Yeah, this smokes very similar to the round slices that we did a couple of weeks ago, the New Minster. It also is similar to the Peter Heinrich's Dark Strong that I like, except that the topping flavor is just a little bit different. This has a little more earthiness to it than those did. So I'm getting quite a bit of that earthiness and a little bit of the spice from the Kentucky and the Burleys. Little bit of the dark fruit taste is coming through, but this, I'm mostly getting straightforward tobacco flavors through from this one.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of, like I said, touches on the topping, just a little bit, but not much. What about you, Ian? I see you're slowly settling in, maybe a little bit.
A little bit. It's hot starting off. I was afraid I wouldn't taste dinner for a while. But it's getting a little bit better. I'm getting more flavors. The Kentucky is really there.
It's prominent.
Yeah, it's there.
Yep, I agree.
But it's not terrible. I mean, as an aromatic smoker, it's painful, but it's not bad. I'm going blind at this point. Like I'm trying to pull out more of it.
So you're saying that this is not your bag?
No, I'm trying to get more out of it than I can, like more flavors, trying to get more complexity. But it's just
I don't
it's
think
hurting.
so. It's straight tobacco.
Yeah, it's
the toppings are so subtle on this that it really doesn't come through on the smoke at all. I'm getting mostly the Burleys and the Kentucky fruit.
Yeah,
But
and I mean, I'm touching a taste of the Virginias as well, but like you mentioned, it's just tobacco, man. It's different representations of tobacco, so that's kind of cool. I like that about it. There's really not a lot of nonsense.
I was smoking way too fast starting off.
Yeah, but you like this one, don't you?
Yeah, no. Whenever I bought this one, I bought the Jupiter because of what I heard from the Country Squire, and I was like, hell, let's try it. I smoked it. I enjoyed it. I like just the tobacco kind of taste. It's definitely after dinner, and you have food in your belly.
Yeah.
Be careful on that one because there's a lot going on. But then afterwards, I was like, well, hell, let's get the other two. They call it the God series, I believe is what they call it. So they have the Jupiter, the Juno, and the Janus, I think is what it's called.
Uh-huh.
And I gave you a little bit of that if you want to touch on those. But I got all three of them just to give it a shot, give them all. Then I like this one the best out of all of them.
Cool. It's not changing. The flavor is consistent all the way through, so that's good about this tobacco. What do you think about the room note?
Pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a there's a pipe going on in that room. Is what the room note is. I would not recommend maybe smoking this around non-smokers.
I might pull the fire alarm.
Yeah. But I mean, then again, it's relatively pleasant. I mean, for a smoker, I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as pleasant.
Yeah, I might say tolerable.
Yeah, that's probably a better word for it.
Yeah. This one is it lingers. The room note lingers. It's strong. It's Kentucky. It's there. It's not going away.
The guys that smoke this have their own section of the room they smoke it in, just to keep it contained.
I like isolation, so I'm totally cool with that.
Yeah.
They said that this was a flake, but I'm noticing that it's mostly broken flake.
Well, that's also so. I have the rest of the rest of the 2 ounces that it came in at my place, and I think what I poured in the bag off of the mason jar that what got into what I gave you was what I had already broken up.
Okay.
So out of the tin, looking at it, it's actually kind of it's in a flake kind of like a brick.
Is it
almost.
in strips though? The
No,
flakes,
no,
or
it was all. Some of it fell off, but it was recommended to be in one solid piece. It looked like to me.
So it was a one-piece flake.
With some broken, ends broken off due to
Right, because of
shipping or
shipping and
something
stuff like that, yeah.
But yeah, no, I think what I gave you was just kind of what I had already kind of broken up, and it just kind of fell on top.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What do you think about the moisture level on this one?
Ian, you want to start that?
I don't really think there's much moisture level on it.
Not a whole lot. It's relatively dry.
It's ready to smoke.
Yeah, I immediately, whenever I opened the tin, put it in a mason jar.
Yeah.
So I mean, it didn't sit in the tin for too long. I don't know how long it was on the shelf at Smoking Pipes, but it went from the tin straight to a mason jar.
Yeah, well, this is pretty relatively new. It didn't come out until the beginning of June sometime. So,
Oh wow, okay.
So probably manufactured tinned in May or April
Something like
of
that.
2020. So it's not it's not that old.
No.
I was almost able to smoke it just off the initial light.
Yeah,
It was ready to smoke.
There's not a lot of moisture in there. I mean, if you get like a bigger piece, then there's going to be a little bit more moisture, obviously. But
Okay.
for what we have, it's pretty dry.
What's your thoughts on the nicotine on this one?
Moderate. We've been smoking all day, so I mean, I'm feeling a little bit more of a nicotine buzz than usual. So maybe that's what it is. But I know it's classified as moderate. I get a little bit more than moderate.
Yeah, I think it's medium.
Yeah.
Definitely medium. It's got some content to it.
Yeah.
As far as the nicotine goes. Well, like I said, this was manufactured by Cornell Diehl, and it comes in the coin tins.
Yes.
Right. Not Cornell Diehl usually has those. I call them the pull tops.
Yeah, pull tops, or like it looks like a big old just.
Yeah. Other people call them something else, but I call them
biscuit tins. I've heard it called that.
Maybe,
Yeah, I've heard it called that.
Yeah, but these actually come in the coin canisters. It is Burley-based. I'm not getting for a full tobacco like this. I'm not getting a lot of bite. from this, or harshness. There's a little bit of some rough edges in it. It burns fairly cool. The taste is consistent from the beginning to the end. I got the same tartness and tanginess. It's a little bit of spice that comes with it. Would you consider this an all-day smoke?
No. Rough day at work, end of the day.
Yeah.
Let's chill out is what I would call this. If you smoke this all day, I hope you're on your weekend, and you ain't got nothing going on later in the day. But I wouldn't classify it as a daily smoke for myself.
Me neither.
No,
Not an all-day
no,
smoke.
No.
Yeah, the flakes rub out pretty easily. What I like, it's a thick smoke that you produce from this. I bet this will do well with aging.
And I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah. Put some in your cellar and just leave it alone.
I think that's what I might do.
It comes in 2-ounce tins. It breaks down to about $6.40 an ounce.
It was pretty expensive. I think I paid $12 and change for the 2-ounce tin off of Smoking Pipes, and I just really wanted to try it and just kind of get the whole series, just to see what they were talking about. So I didn't really think of price that much, and then I went to my shopping cart and I was like, oh hell, I bought too much tobacco again. So, but yeah, it's a little expensive.
We all have that problem, and everybody out there has the same problem.
Let's go. All right, and look at my car. All right, we'll bookmark that stuff.
Yeah,
all right.
You got to have a standard excuse that you give to your wife or your significant other.
It was on sale or something. I don't know.
40 of them were on sale. I mean,
they only produced 20,000 tins of this.
Right.
You know, so
how
I had to
else?
Get in it. Yeah. Oh well. All right. Well, what do you guys give it?
Ian, you want to start because I know it wasn't your cup of tea.
Start. You're going to be surprised, actually.
Okay.
For what it is, I'm giving this a 3.
Whoa.
Do not mistake this for me enjoying it or wanting to smoke it. But for what it is tobacco forward. It hits the notes it says it's going to hit. It's consistent. It lights well. It is a good tobacco. I just don't like the flavor.
Okay.
But that says nothing about the tobacco itself.
Cool. Yeah, I would agree with you. I'd say it's a quality-made tobacco.
Yes.
And they're not lying on the tin. They tell you what it is, and it is what it is. I'm teetering really hard between 3.5 and 4. If we gave, like increments of, quarters, I would give it a 3.75, but I'm going to round up to a 4. I enjoyed this one. It's a pretty good one. It's a consistent, well-made tobacco, and I like a little bit of rough edges around it occasionally, and it's a powerful smoke. Sit down, unwind, go to bed in about an hour and a half afterwards. I dig it.
Okay.
As far as Kentuckies go, my favorites are first the Peter Heinrich's Dark Strong. That's my favorite. Followed by the Orlick Kentucky Dark Strong.
Cool.
Somewhere in there is that one we tried a couple of weeks ago, that New Minster Round Slices.
Yeah, I still got some of that. It's pretty good.
I liked it pretty well too. This for me falls under that.
Okay.
So it's like Ian said, it's still a good tobacco.
Yeah.
And the flavors are there. I just have others that I prefer. This is going to be a 3 for me.
Sure.
So, 3, 3, 4.
That makes it about 3.33 as an average.
What do you want to give it?
So are we rounding up to 3.5?
I think give it a 3.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
3.5. Now, with that, I would recommend everybody try out some of the other Savinelli God series because they have a few different ones.
Can you tell me a little bit about the other two?
Off the top of my head, let me, because I know I gave it to you over here.
What is Jupiter? Is that the equivalent of Zeus?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that makes
I was
sense
hoping
now.
they'd make a Mars and it would just be like Red Virginia.
Isn't
but they didn't have-
Jupiter?
That'd be cool.
Isn't Jupiter the Roman god?
Yes, it is the Roman
And Zeus
god.
is
And
the Greek
Zeus
version
is
of
the
it.
Greek
Greek
god.
god.
I just know the Greeks better.
But they also, this was the Revelation actual one. That's not what I'm after. The other one is Juno. And Juno, I think, is just Red Virginia and regular Virginia. So it's Virginia.
So Virginia.
Cut
And what did you
into-
say about the Janus?
there's a lot going on with the Janus. I think there was like Perique in there. There was some Oriental. There was all kinds of, I'd have to look into it.
Yeah, I think Oriental is correct.
Yeah,
There's some
yeah.
Orientals in
I'm
there.
interested about this one because if I'm not mistaken, isn't Juno Athena?
I'm not sure.
But-
we will do reviews on the other two as well.
Yeah.
So you'll get our impressions on those as well. But as it stands now, Savinelli Jupiter, we give it a 3.5 shots. it's okay.
Cool.
It's all right.
I found an okay tobacco for us.
There we go.
Yeah. All right, you guys got anything else you want to share?
No, just continue to like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I know he looks at the comments and replies to almost all of them, if not all of them.
All of them.
Yeah, I look over them occasionally on my lunch break when I got nothing going down. Might as well take a look, see how we're doing. We're doing really good with subscriptions, which is cool. We're aiming for that 1,000 mark. Yeah. So that'd be cool.
Getting closer every week.
Yeah, and thank you guys for that. That's pretty cool that, we started this. I didn't think that 1,000 people would even look at this stuff. They'd be like,
Not that quick.
We didn't do it for the
we didn't.
subscriptions.
We did it to
that's
hang
for
out.
Sure. Yeah, we did it so we could smoke and taste different tobaccos.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, one thing we forgot. What are we smoking?
Oh.
What are you smoking?
I will start off. I've got Savinelli Primo Fumo. Got it from he got it for me from the Savinelli shop in Italy.
That's right. In Milan. That's
Yeah.
where I got that. Yep.
I am smoking out of the Missouri Meerschaum Pony Express. Small bowl corn cob. This is what I take to me with work, or with me.
To work.
Yeah, to work. Flip it. It's a quick 15-minute smoke. I think it's perfect for, I'm at work. I got to sneak outside and get a smoke in. It's perfect
Is
for
it filtered or non-filtered?
Non-filtered. I have two right now. I have one that has this really short stem, and I have one that's a little bit bigger of a stem, and it's a little bit wider. You could put a filter in it, like maybe one of the balsa wood ones. Which
Do you prefer smoking with a filter or without a filter?
It depends on the tobacco, and also depends on what I got going on. I don't know, man.
I prefer without, honestly.
Yeah. Well, also it depends on like this bit itself has a little bitty opening there.
It depends on that too.
Yeah, the other one's a huge one, so I feel like I'm
Like airflow.
Yeah, I feel like I'm inhaling too much. So it really depends on the pipe. What about you? What are you smoking?
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, I ordered those RNA Treasures $3 billiard pipes.
Yes.
And because I ordered a few of them, they threw in a free pipe.
Nice.
And this is just a no-name Algerian briar billiard that they threw in. And this is the first time I'm smoking it. And, for actually free.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Pretty decent little smoke. I'm enjoying it.
Can't beat free.
Yeah. This would be a great pipe to take to the Dearleys when I'm outside mowing the lawn, or traveling in the truck. This would be perfect.
An on-the-go billiard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool deal.
All right, guys. Well, we sure do appreciate you. Thank you very much for watching. And don't forget,
Make all your piping moments count.
we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you much.